Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Axel Scratch here, and I'd like to talk about one thing. Through a technical difficulty with my computer, my audio for my voice for the next part for Super Lesbian Horse RPG got destroyed. It got obliterated. It just wouldn't work. So I'm instead of going all the way back and doing this over, I'm going to do a voiceover of this. Because I did pretty well. I like how far I did. I don't want to do it all over again and then accidentally skip a part. So we're going to keep going with how it is right now. And let's get started. Let's load the game. Okay, as we see right here, I was back at the CMC Sundays, whatever. I was trying to figure out a few things. Like, I totally forgot about what happened beforehand, so my brain was completely like on auto run. Like, what do other RPGs do? And for me, I like to talk to other people, so you know, because like I've been playing Pokemon for a while and you get interesting stuff from talking to people, like berries and all that. So we're back with Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Twilight. I heard we are able to get Applejack, so I believe this episode is about finding her. I'm not 100% sure, because I played this a few days. I recorded this like a few weeks ago, but I was trying to for the past few weeks trying to fix my oh snap, the audio got louder. I've been trying to fix the audio that I had, but like half of it was lost. So there was like you know, salvage it. This isn't a two-parter because you know, Fraps breaks up videos into different parts if it's beyond a certain point. So you can see me here like running around trying to find if there's an opening besides the way back to see if that's the way I had to go, but apparently it wasn't, so I had to go all the way back to where I was going. So also just gotta love the shift key because you can run wherever you want. Also that tent, man, the pink tent. I was just messing around here, just trying to figure out like why it wasn't working. Why does it have to be like, why of all places that one place? It's just like you can just run over a tent. It makes sense. Come on, it makes sense. Tents are easily walkable, I guess. I don't know. And here comes our new addition, but okay. You don't take her with you. And apparently Twilight and Pinky in this are a couple, as well as Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. So, and we've already established from last video that Applejack and Rarity are a couple. So if you want to read the text on the screen, that's okay. Yeah, I voice acted, or not voice acted, but read over all the stuff on here, so it's longer than usual. My recordings usually get pretty long when I'm doing a voice acting, because when it feels like it was 20 minutes of talking, it actually turns out to be 40. It's like twice as much as they usually do. So I just normally go back to what I was doing. Now this recording, like I said, was a problem. There was a technical error, and I just didn't. It's not that I'm lazy and I don't want to do it over again. It's just it feels like I don't want to like just play how I was doing, because I liked how I was going. I liked how well I was getting in the game, and I want to continue the thing I was doing before. I'm going to actually take some safety precautions this next time I do this, because last time if you ever saw my Summon Night series that I was doing, I played Summon Night. I love that both the first and second game that were on the Game Boy Advance. Those were awesome, and there was a DS version that I found that was pretty cool too. Summon Night Sword Story, I think it was. Summon Night Sword Story. Yeah, no, 1 and 2, really good, really good. I am so glad my older brother showed them to me, because I asked him what was a good Game Boy Advance games he knew, and he showed me that one, and I was like, it's really awesome, so I wanted to play more of it. Apparently at this part, Rarity was worried about Applejack, and we're trying to find her. Apparently Applejack is going to be our 4th person for this journey, which I will be ecstatic for, because just gotta love AJ. Besides Pinkie Pie, my ranking for my main 6, like who I like the best, because of the recent episodes with Rarity has actually excelled higher than normal. And also you have to rest here. I love how he allows their resting places, because seriously, I was really mad when through parts of the game where it's like my health and my MP are going down, but I just really want to keep going and all that. So, oh, here's a couch. Okay then. Yeah, that helps a lot. Oh my. Also, while I'm voicing over this, the what's it called? While I'm voicing this over, I'm using VLC, and sometimes it buffers, so maybe sometimes the audio is going to be messed up a little. And look at this, look at this. This is funny. Just look at this. Doring? Completely jumps down like it's nothing. What's up, sis? I honestly can think about the Friendship is Witchcraft voice for this guy. I actually voice acted him with trying to do my best Shining Armor Friendship is Witchcraft boy band or surfer lingo dude kind of voice that I could, but it got messed up halfway through because my throat started to hurt and I wasn't drinking any water during this recording. And we all know that while you record your voice, sometimes you're gonna need some water, some agua. Also, I'd like to point out, while this is expedition and all that stuff and nothing's really happening that much. Actually, Barry, I'll just tell you when we get into a fight sequence, because normally people don't really want to watch fight sequences, they just want to get to the meat of the story. Apparently on this time, Applejack has gone to the other side of the border for these two places, Furus and wherever you are right now. Just making up names here. And it's I think we came out of Pallet Town, but Pallet, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember. I really the names just like Cabellos. We're on Cabellos or something, on the Cabellos side. I don't know. Like, I was completely messing up the names when I was recording this. So I just wanted to I wanted to fix it, because I was laughing my head off at how bad I was messing up these words, and how many times I stuttered, and how many times I was like, what is this word? I didn't want to stop and like try my hardest to pronounce the word. I wanted to keep on going so that these videos stay fluid. But so that's why I messed up a lot of the times. Now, Twilight, of course, is always talking about that friendship is the reason that they can keep on going. So, yeah, I was thinking, well, friendship, it is pretty, it keeps bonds together, but I'm not 100% sure, because the elements of harmony, all of them represent the elements that makes a really good friendship happen. And the except for 2 of the elements I find weird is laughter. You don't really need laughter for friends. It helps. It's pretty good. Making your friends laugh, enjoying each other's company is a really good thing. I'm just saying that laughter itself wouldn't be an element to me. But Pinky is still my favorite of the main 6, and that's the one I'm going to show my list probably on the screen. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably be too lazy to do it in the actual video, so I'm probably going to put it in annotations, or I'm just going to say it when we get into a fighting sequence. But Pinky is my favorite right now of all the for the main 6. My favorite pony of all time is Derby, and the reason why is not because she's like the easiest one to say is your favorite. I actually relate to her a little bit because of no, I don't have crossed eyes. It's just that as a kid I was normally picked on for stuff that would happen to me, so I would... Dang it, it's buffering a lot right now, so it seems to have stopped. But okay. Apparently, because VLC loves to buffer the living heck out of everything. I don't know why it does that exactly that much, but I didn't get to say because I was I didn't want to talk because I didn't want to talk during a time where it was buffering, and I'm gonna have to edit this a lot because of sometimes I would say something while it was buffering. So, and also the audio for the video is a little bit off from the audio of the I mean, the audio for the video is a little bit different than the audio for the actual video, so I'm gonna have to fix that too. Just peachy. But honestly, I like this game. It's interesting, it's different to me, and Pine Corona. Yeah, that makes total sense. This game, it was really interesting for me trying to play this. After all these games that, like Final Fantasy and all that, where, RPGs are just standalone, like Pokemon kind of thing, like you're walking around and then whoosh, there goes monsters. This one shows icons that are walking around that are the set for the monsters, and that I like that because like you can actually dodge monsters instead of being forced every single time to either run or anything. I don't like running in games like this though, because when I was playing certain games before, I would run away from monsters, but the problem was once I got to a boss battle, I was so low level, I got my butt kicked like so easily, and I was so mad about it because it was just basically my fault that happened, so I had to basically fix it myself. And now, as you're seeing in these videos, that I battle a lot. So I didn't say it before, but my list for top like 1 through 6 of the main 6 would be Pinkie Pie is the first one, because I relate to her as wanting to have a free spirit in life, but like the party of one, friendship actually kept me going a lot of times. And it's not recently, it was like 2 months ago. I did something that I regret immensely. I was messing around with my friends, but I took it a little bit too far, and I'm sorry to her for me doing it. But the person that was affected the most I talked to and she forgave me, which I am really happy she has. But here's the weird part. The two friends that shouldn't have found offense to it, as she should find more offense to what I did. And I'm really sorry for what I did. But the two other friends are ignoring me completely. Even though I said sorry, even though normally I would think that you don't really need to say sorry to them because you weren't affecting them, you're affecting somebody else. But I said sorry anyway, and yet they're still ignoring me. They don't even say anything like we need to talk. No, they completely ignored me. They didn't say anything. They didn't mention anything. Nothing. So yeah, I was in a really bad depressed state during that time. Like, it got to the point where we were on vacation. We went over to and there's an anti-negativity element. We actually went over to on vacation during this time, and I I went over to Las Vegas. We actually went over to Las Vegas for vacation because my grandma had a timeshare, and she was using it to so that we could go over there with her, and we stayed over there. And I was in the biggest depression during that time, enough that I called my dad an ass. And I was like feeling so bad because he has like a really bad stress thing that I can't really describe it. It's just that he's going through stress as well, and trying to lay low, like keep himself low and not like lash out at anything. And so I completely understand what he's going through, but I was in a really bad depression. I told him about what happened to me and my friends, and he still doesn't understand why they're not talking to me. After this, the girl that was mostly affected said that we could still be friends again, because I apologized, and I was really sorry for what I did. It wasn't really what I said, is what I did. And I'd rather not go into detail of what I did, but I just felt really sorry for what I did. And it in January I decided to apologize because I was thinking all the months accumulating my words, because I didn't want it to be like one of those, oh, you did a half-assed job on saying you're sorry to somebody. I wanted it to be a heartfelt sorry, and try to make it you know, heartfelt, because I have this thing. It's not male pride, it's not pride, and like nothing in the sort. It's just that for some reason me and saying sorry is like two different things. Like, there was one time where my ex that I had, I said something I'd rather have not. Like, I was like, she dumped me, and there was no reason. She didn't tell me why. She judging by all of her friends that said, there was no reason why she did. She just up and dumped me. So as a kid that was going through stress at the same time that this was happening, I'm not a physical person. I'm more of a word kind of person, and I said some things that I was like so very mad that I said. but for some odd reason, I just could not say I was sorry, even though from the bottom of my heart, I was completely sorry for what I was saying, and I wanted us to be friends again, but I couldn't say it. It was just so weird to me that I couldn't, like, the words would not come out of my mouth, even though I wanted to. I even told Yaya, this was like a year ago, that I wanted to say I was sorry, but for some reason I just couldn't. So, but I made sure I was able to say I was sorry at this time. So I was sorry. She forgave me, and I was really happy with that. Well, enough about me for now. Let's get back to the video. But yeah, when my friends were, you know, when my friends were, they basically said they didn't say it, but they basically told me they didn't want to be my friends anymore. And in doing so, I was in a really bad state. Like, I was just like Pinkie Pie right there. I was like, everyone's against me. I was against the world. My hair didn't go like sideways like my OC kind of hair, which I find is hilarious. Nobody's noticed this but me. When I first created my OC, I wanted him to represent what cause my OC technically isn't really an OC per se. When I was a kid, I would always have a version of me in my brain, in my fantasy land of my brain, that there was another me, but it was what I really wanted to be, and I called him Axel. Originally it was Alex, but my actual name, but then I changed it to Axel because he wasn't me, and I wanted to change him to look like what I wanted to look like. Hairstyle, not so much. I couldn't get the actual hairstyle that I wanted for the pony creator, so I decided to go with something that I thought felt natural for him. But when I was growing up, it was like an imaginary friend, and then it was a story character, and it was always a human for me. Like he would always be the when I was feeling down, I would talk to myself, and he'd be like the sense of me, like when there was no one else to talk to, I would talk to my imaginary friend, basically. Not really my imaginary friend, just basically talking to myself through a medium, through my mind, that I'm talking to someone else, because talking to myself doesn't feel right to me. I would talk to myself like under my breath, but it wouldn't be really talking to myself. It would be more like if I'm talking about this video game, I would be like, and then it's going over there, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Like, I'm just basically saying what I'm doing, but actually talking to myself, and because no one else would be talking to me, he would be there. And then it happened for a while that I imagined him as a bad, like the side of me that was evil, because I've noticed that when I get mad, or when I do something I don't want to, I tend to forget what I had done, because for some reason my anger stops me from remembering what what happened when I was angry. So I just thought when I was a kid that this was because someone took me over. Like I thought it was because, like, there was someone taking me over, and then I was thinking Axel was the reason. So it got to the point where I thought that, what used to be my imaginary friend was out to get me, basically. And it just got to the point where I just wanted to be a mutual thing, like, you know what? This is a character I've had since I was little. Since I was little, like a little kid. So I was like, you know what? Let's make him into an OC of like, I would constantly put him into different stories that I do for fan fiction. And it got to the point where it just got to My Little Pony, and I decided to make him into my like official OC for me. But all in all, everyone's like, well, I don't want to talk about your pony OC and all that stuff, and I'm like, yeah, he's not a pony OC, he's actually a human OC that I just represented as a pony because I can't draw humans correctly. I can't draw humans for the life of me. It's like ears, fingers, different factors will not allow me to. Oh yeah, this is what caught me off guard when I was playing before. Where'd the CMC come from? But yeah. And as you can see right now, I totally lost my train of thought. Well, before I keep rambling that much, let's get to what I was about to talk about. Was my sixth. Rarity actually excelled. She was originally my sixth because I just didn't like her. I felt like they were trying to it wasn't because she was the girly of the group. It wasn't because she was the stereotypical girly girl of the main six. It was because she felt like she wasn't a developed character enough. And Pinky knows how to teleport, by the way. Just saying. Just letting you know. And then after a while, it just felt like the producers of the show, or the creators of the show, started trying to get people to like her too much. Like, it got to the point where we got so many good episodes happening because of her that started to make me feel like they're trying too hard to make us like this character, even though by herself she has done a lot of good things. The one I feel is more undeveloped is Fluttershy now. And my main six for right now, I'm probably gonna have these annotations on the screen. My top is Pinkie Pie still, because I'm out of the main six, she's the most relatable to me. Number 2 is Applejack, and for beyond reason, she is who I actually see as my a secondary of myself. I tend to sometimes be stubborn when I want things done my way. Like, I would technically do things like that, but when I try to do stuff for my friends, I don't do them half-assed. I try my hardest to I'm sorry, but this caught me off guard when I was originally recording this. I was like, all she needs to do is just run forward and go like 88 miles per hour. But that's going through time. But dependable is what, because when I usually when I made a promise, I tried my hardest to keep it. If I couldn't, I would tell them about it. I wouldn't be like, hey, I didn't do it, so it's up to you and stuff like that. No, if I couldn't do it, I would tell them about it. But I would stay dependable by sticking with my friends, by making sure that I didn't do anything like wrong per se. And I wanted to keep my wanted to keep my personality as happy-go-lucky like Pinkie Pie, but dependable like Applejack. So, and everyone's like, oh, she's a background character. Honestly, I say the person I'd see more of a background character out of the main six would be Fluttershy. Because Applejack is always in there trying to help. She's stubborn, but she's always there. But Fluttershy's like in the background. She's like more of the Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy are more of the comic relief, because we always laugh about how Fluttershy is the one who is always scared and all this stuff, and only a few episodes really went on to her character. So out of all the characters, I would say she'd be the least developed, and a lot of people would agree with me that she would be the least developed character in the show, because she, you know, like, she doesn't do, well, how do I explain it without somebody hating me? I don't know. It just feels like Fluttershy is the least developed, and Applejack has gotten some really good episodes. All of them have gotten really good episodes, just that Fluttershy, not so much. She hasn't had an episode that really defined her. She out of all of them, I would see it as more like a background character, not Applejack. But I went with Pinkie Pie, then Applejack, then the third one for me was the third one for me, which a lot of people would try to ask why, because she was my sixth before. Rarity is actually my third favorite now. She has surpassed Rainbow Dash, Twilight, and Fluttershy completely, and starting because of Rarity Takes Manhattan. It shows a dynamic of her character that I thought was like gone, because she normally just seems like the girl that whines and cries, and when she has the chance, like, oh, I'm just gonna kick this thing and like do some damage and stuff like that, she gets the chance. But in this one, she feels generally destroyed. Someone actually takes advantage of her generosity, and I can take relation to this. My kindness was taken advantage of by both of my first two girlfriends. Like, they were the stereotypical girls that the joke nice guys finish last work for. Like, both of them really kept to that. Thank goodness my third girlfriend, who I love so much, has not taken advantage of my. Honestly, I feel so bad, because I feel like I'm taking advantage of hers, because I try my hardest to do a lot of stuff for her, but I'm basically crippled, because I don't have really good I'm not really good at drawing, and I'm not really good at digital art. So, and that's the really only way that I can think of at the top, because I want to be the romantic side, but I don't see myself as. I want to, and I really show my love in any way I can, but in that way, I just felt like my kindness was taken advantage of. So I completely related, and that was the first time I could actually relate to Rarity. She actually felt like a relatable character to me. Like, all of the characters felt relatable beforehand, besides Rarity. It felt like I could not relate in the slightest. And a lot of people, like it's funny, because my older brother's favorite character was Rarity through the entire time. but she was one of my least favorite characters. Like, I just didn't like her. And it was really hard for me to explain why, because I didn't want my reasons were enough for people to think, oh, you just don't like Rarity because she's the girly girl. I'm like, no, that's not the reason. If all honesty, I can see her as a developing character in that way, but it just felt not that good to me about her character, because I could not relate in the slightest with her. But that one, I just like related to her so much with just that. I'm still weird about that golem thing. I could relate to her wholeheartedly, and I was like so happy about that, because I finally find a character that excelled in what she was doing. She showed how I felt. I felt betrayed. Like, I felt like after a while, after my second girlfriend, let's just say I turned a little sexist, because I thought that all girls would be like that now. That all the girls that were around my area were going to be the worst. Like, they would take advantage of you. If you had a lot of money, that's the only reason they went with you. It's either big muscles, a pretty face, or money. And my kindness was taken advantage of, and I swear this is true. My first girlfriend dumped me for both of them. First one dumped me for a misunderstanding, and it just broke me for a while. And then I came back. Second girlfriend didn't even tell me why she breaks up with me. No one knows. Probably not even herself. I'm betting she just like dumped me just to dump me for no reason. And she took advantage of my kindness the whole entire time. And I didn't even notice this until after, because, you know, love is blind. But I just felt like my generosity was taken advantage of, and I felt related to her, and that's how I felt. Like, I felt heartbroken, I felt betrayed, and I finally, like, Rarity excelled to me, and she quickly wins for the third. My fourth is Rainbow Dash. She's a little less relatable to me, because I do have my loyalty to my friends, but in all honesty, loyalty doesn't really define her character that much. Like, you know how everyone's been talking about, I've seen this reviews and all this, that we should not judge them by their element, and I completely agree. It would be completely bland for the TV show if that's all they were. If the only reason that they were if the only reason that they were character was Rainbow Dash completely loyal, Fluttershy completely kind, and all that stuff, that would be completely boring. In all honesty, it would make it feel like the show was going to stand still. It was going to be stale. But what I loved about this show was that it kept the dynamic of the characters out there. Excuse me. It didn't like stay in one place. Rainbow Dash is not defined. She's the best representation, not the she's like a representation of it. In all honesty, I would say Rainbow Dash and Applejack would be loyalty at the same time, while Rainbow Dash, like, Applejack as honesty, her representation in the opening wasn't exactly that good. I might, because I was thinking of doing this thing where I would review the episodes while using other reviews as backup, like summarize what everyone in the community, as in reviewers, put together, and along with my own opinion, and put them all together, and judging by whatever everyone puts together, what would be the overall standpoint of that episode. That's what I was thinking of doing. I might do it. If you want to see me do it, comment down below if you want me to see me do that, because I really want to, because there are some episodes that people would bash, but I would understand why. And there's some times where there'll be conflicting, like there's I like Kim Possible a lot, or as she likes to be called, Kim. Saw the opening for My Little Pony season 4 as bad. She did not like it, while I personally loved the episode. It was really interesting for how things were put together. And I watched another review for Silver Quill. I also watched Everfree, and they said they liked it. And I was wondering, is Kim the only one that doesn't like this episode? I've been wondering that. I'm going to go around to different reviews to look at it. I'm gonna probably do a few like review related stuff for to get my other account something, because honestly I've been like, along with my Axel stories, I've just been not doing anything with that channel, so I plan on doing more for that channel. So it's Rainbow Dash, Loyalty, then it's Twilight, and yes, Fluttershy is my last, because she just feels like the least developed. I feel like she's more of a background character. She has no dynamic besides the only time when I see her do something more quote-unquote dynamic for her character was when she was going against Applejack and Bats, and yet she still gets stomped into the dust by the song. And that's, I find, is weird, because she just doesn't feel as that dynamic as a character. Like the top, community-wise, the top most liked character is Fluttershy, and I feel it's like only because she's cute, and because of her voice. But character-wise, I would say Twilight, character-wise, would be the most dynamic, because she's gone through so much, and she's been doing a lot of stuff, and she has gone past her limitations, doing so much for her friendship, and she finally gets wings to show that her status as princess is deserved. She deserves that. And yet everyone's giving her BS for it on the community. Oh, it's something different. I like difference, as long as it's reasonable, and this one was completely reasonable. She has 3 seasons of friendship that she has gone through that really show that her character was developing, and it developed so much. She has so much to learn still about certain parts of friendship and being a leader, because now she's a princess. But she deserves those wings, and I'd say she's the most developed out of the main 6. You can have your actually leave your opinion. Who do you think is the most developed out of all the main 6, or characters in general? But for me, Fluttershy was the least developed, and she's actually my least favorite main 6. You can have your opinion. Who is your favorite main 6? Who is your least favorite main 6? If you want to leave 1 through 6 in the comments, go right ahead. That's what I'm encouraging right now. But this is this is towards the end of the episode here for My Little Ponies. Go following now. Super Lesbian Horse RPG. I enjoy this game. I'm gonna be playing more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!